Hi, I'm Kim from Mosaic Australia, and I want to do a quick video on just cutting stained glass. So it's getting back to basics. I've had a few people just want a little bit of a close-up look and how to get started, and to find the more you practice, it does get easier. So it is about practicing. There are two tools that we need for cutting stained glass. Is our oil-filled cutter. Now these are great to use. They've got a little thumb rest. The oil goes in the top. That helps to lubricate the wheel. That just goes in there, and we use this oil here, which we just buy from Bunnings. It's a nice light cutting oil, and we've got the running pliers here. So basically, once you've got your oil in there, we start scoring. I'd probably suggest, if you're just starting out and you're new, there's quite a few things you've got to understand when you're cutting glass. It all depends on the height of your table, how you hold your cutter. It's about getting that noise, that pressure, the scoring lines. So just remember that it's practice. I'd probably suggest practicing on some just plain bits of glass, even if it's out of old picture frames, just something to help you to get the noise. So this is generally how we start. I've got a nice sheet of stained glass, and if you'll notice, there's a few little indentations in here, so you've just got to be a little bit careful. So we'll just do a straight line. We just want to get the noise, so it's about holding the cutter. This is how I hold it. Everybody has a different way of holding something, but this works for me, so find your comfort zone. So I'm holding it like this, and this is the noise I want to try and achieve. So putting it on, coming up like that, and not dropping off at the end like that. So you just slow it right down to the end. And we've got a nice score line here, and it's good having the oil in there because you can just see a little faint line, and I did hear the noise, so hopefully it should snap. So I'm going to line up my running pliers. The line goes on the score line, not right in, it's just back a little bit, and I've come in a little bit from the glass, so we're not cutting on the very edge. We just need a little bit for it to snap either side. And that's that one there. It's the same thing again. If you're having trouble getting that noise, that pressure, you can also, which Jaya actually does, works a treat, is lining up, just come up right a little bit, putting your thumb on, and maybe just pushing down with a little bit of pressure with your thumb. And there's no race to the end, so just take your time. And I'm going to stop about there, because by snapping it from this end, it's going to make it run to the end, so I don't need to drop my cutter off. Now that was quite a good bit of pressure. I heard that, so that should cut nicely. So that's that. So what I would suggest is working on that noise, how you hold it, and as I said, it's not a race to the end, so you can just cut slowly. So pop your wheel on here, a couple of mil in from the edge. If you find it helpful, which Marge J, I know, wants to try and learn how to cut glass, this would be good for her. Put your thumb down. So you're not pushing really hard, it's just a little bit of pressure. And as I said, just keep practicing on your plain glass. Stopping at the end. Snapping. Also, if you want to get nice straight lines, once you've got the hang of doing that noise, and it'll take a bit of practice, don't give up, because if you give up, you're not going to get better. Using a straight edge ruler is quite good. We use this to make all our glass sticks in the shop. So when I'm cutting a big piece of glass like that and I want a straight line, I usually cut down this way. I don't cut up that way. I only cut up that way if I'm doing a shape or a pattern. So any nice straight cuts, it's straight down. So I've got my straight edge there. Has the nice lip on here, so it's not going anywhere. Push it in there, and then now I just stopped a little bit at the end, so I'm going to turn it around this way because I heard my score sound more at this end. So I'm going to snap it from here, and that's the score. When you get really good, you get the hang of the noise, and it's working for you, you're not frustrated, then practice some shapes. Ideally with stained glass, you cannot cut a circle. You can't cut a perfect circle in one go. Right, now I'm going to show you how you can cut a circle out of stained glass, because it is impossible to cut a circle in one go. So we're just going to put one on here. I'm going to draw a circle shape. I'm just going to do my score line. So I don't want to cut that and waste all this glass, so we'll just get it down to a workable size. should have also mentioned at the very start, safety glasses is a really good idea. If you're lucky enough to be going blind like me, you can use your own glasses. Alright, so that's our circle. So what we're going to do now, it's virtually near impossible to cut right round like that. Cutting like that, there's no runoff line. The glass needs to have a runoff line so it can cut freely. So I would start here, I would go around and I would run it off here. And then start again, off there, there, and then just continue around like that there until you get to a circle shape. So let's give it a go. That's roughly your circle shape. You can tidy up these little points with your little round wheel cutters, or if you have a grinder, you can just grind them off, and that's how you do a little circle. So these are the tools that we've used to cut our glass. We've used the running pliers. These are 2650, so they're probably essential to have. And then we've got the oil fill cutter, and these are 2550. When we send these out, we usually put the oil in for you, so when you will receive your cutter, it will have oil in it and you're ready to go. You can find these on our website, www.mosaictilesaustralia.com.au, and they're in our tools and accessories category. Thank you for watching.